Yeah, phone cut off, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I pretty much said everything that needs to be said. You know, you can clearly see the Lord is not promoting individuals to be like this, man. All right. So again, as low is not a word better than a gift, but both are with a gracious man. So a wicked person can play off of that, you know, but they not gonna be able to bring forth the words necessarily. You know, they're gonna play off the fact that, you know, good people give gifts. It just makes sense. But if you wise, you're gonna, you know, look for more than that. You're gonna actually esteem a word better than gifts, words of substance. Motherfucker just give you any damn thing. A stranger, how you think the stranger and why you think, you know, stranger and the whole urban legend of strangers giving candy to kids? Kids don't take anything from strangers because it deals with it goes back to the the unfathomable truths, you know, that actually are of the doctrine of Yahweh Shemiah Shah on earth. You got to prove in regards of proving all things and not being hasty to give credit, you know. And a friend can't be known in prosperity. You see that? When gifts and all that shit is being handed out, you know. So you got to understand these things. All right. So that's pretty much that. This is Proverbs Sirach 20 and 14. So the gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it, neither yet of the envious for his necessity, neither yet of the envious. You see, and what's the who's the envious? The envious is somebody that wants something that they don't have, that's not theirs. You see that? So that's why I says the gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it, neither yet of the envious. You see that? For his necessity. Why? Because of his necessity, what he's after. If someone that's envious, meaning they want something they don't have, you know, or isn't theirs, gives you something, right? It's not going to do you no good because it's it's for some wicked reasoning. It's what they after. It says neither yet of the envious for his necessity, because of why he needs it. She or he needs it. The person needs it. Why are they giving it to you? See that? For he looketh to receive. See both of these. For he looketh to receive many things for one. You see that? Because he wants something. What? It's crazy, man. The devil wants your life. He wants your baby life. You know what I'm saying? You know? He want a sacrifice. Nigga give you this because he wants something you can't get back. That shit is crazy. It says the gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it. When thou hast it, neither yet of the envious for his necessity. For he looketh to receive many things. He looketh to receive many things for one. It's not an even exchange. It's something he's trying to get something that he ought, he or she, the person they are not, they're trying to get something they really they're not supposed to get based off of the context of this. Because it says for he looking to receive many things for one. You know, he's looking to get something that ain't right. You know, just off of this, which is why he's giving it to you. So anyway, it says it don't make no sense. It says Sirach 20 and 10, there is a gift that shall not profit thee. See, there is a gift that shall not profit thee. You know, it's going to actually set you back. It ain't going to set you forward. And there is a gift whose recompense is double. You see? So what type of what type of gift are you getting? All right? So you stand strong in these things, faithful to these things, understanding of these things, hold to these things regardless. It's not. It's just gonna. It's gonna do you good. That's why faith, hence, truly, uh, it is a part of it. All right. Sound mind. So this is Iraq 56, and I'm gonna jump to the point 13. Separate thyself from thy enemies, and take heed of thy friends. See, separate thyself from thy enemies, and take heed of thy friends. All right. A faithful friend is a strong defense. This will be you. You being faithful to this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know, you stand being steadfast, right? Performing that duty, the obligation, you know, to yourself, you know, having yourself like they say, nobody got me like I got me, if you will, right? Is you staying faithful to that. And now you're able to be defended. You see? From all these things. A faithful friend is a strong defense. And he that hath found such and one hath found a treasure. Right? And that's why we liken unto the Lord's treasure. The Lord knows we're gonna hold it down, we're gonna hold this word down, we're gonna hurl the nation down. Nothing do countervail a faithful friend, which you are to be. A faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. And right, you just can't be a friend in name. You see what I'm saying? You got to be a friend in adversity for Yahweh Bashmi Shah. You know? When you know, nah, we ain't doing that. When your way and, you know, going against the grain ain't having you popular. It got you broke. You know, in the world, like, if you just do this, if you just give me that, well, I give you this, I do, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. You don't sit here and demoralize, you know, not even just yourself, but stoop to that stuff. You can't beat them, join them, and all this madness, and like, you know, and all these wrong instances. Nah, we don't do that, man. But again, you can't just be a friend in name. You know, do you got your best interest? Are you truly a friend of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua? Are you truly a friend to, you know, the friends of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua? Are you a friend to, you know, the brothers? Are you truly a friend? Are you truly a brother? Are you truly a wife? Are you truly a sister? You see what I'm saying? You can't be like that. Are you truly a husband? Okay? You're not supposed to be like that. So I had one more in that regard. It says, my son, Sirach 2:1, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure it, make not haste in time of trouble. Because why? That'll prove you don't have a sound mind. That'll prove you fickle. You know, you want to be the fountain, the parable of the sword. When good thing, when, you know, you heard for the word and for, you know, a certain time, you know, you sprung up and rejoiced and did all of this stuff, but soon as the heat came, the balance came of everything, you was out. Okay? You don't want to be that. You don't want to be this person. This is Matthew 13, and I'm gonna start at 20. But he that received the stone and the seed in stony places, the same as he that heareth the word and annoyed with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not rooted himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation, right? So you endure for a while, you know, you rejoice, you immediately, you know, sprung up and all that, you know, you there when everything was good. All right. But soon as tribulation or persecution arises, as it says, because of the word, right? Because of the same word, though. See that? By and by, he is offended. So you're not really a friend. You don't really believe in this word. You ain't really faithful. This is in the NLT. It says the seed, verse 20, the seed on the rocky soil represents those who hear the message and immediately receive it with joy, right? It's all good. You rejoicing in prosperity. You know, you a companion at the table and food there. But since they don't have deep roots, right? It's just not really real. It's not really deep. It says at surface level, they don't last long. This is what Haushah said. They fall away as soon as they have problems or are persecuted for believing God's word. See? So they leave God immediately. They leave Yahweh Shah believe immediately. They leave they husband immediately. They leave the brother immediately. They leave the sister immediately. Sister lead immediately. You see what I'm saying? They leave the faith immediately. That's crazy, bro. We not supposed to be like that. This doctrine is not. See, how about Shemiah Shah is not pushing one to be like that. That's why he said he's not giving us these things. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close out. So my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation, set thy heart aright and constantly adore it, and make haste not in time of trouble. See, cleave unto him and depart not away. So don't be fickle, man. No matter what it look like. It look like we about to lose. You just give up and start talking crazy and negative and leave and bandwagon. You switch ships. Like, that shit is crazy. You ain't supposed to be like that. Depart not away that thou mayest be increased at thy last end, right? Because if you with me when we down, if you with the Lord when it ain't looking good, you can be with him. It's easy to be with him when you up. What do you think you gonna do when you up? When he up? Okay, so whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state, right? Keep the faith. Be soundful. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. See that? Don't be fickle. You that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside lest ye fall, right? You stay down. It could just be a bad day, just bad times. It's a time and season for everything. That's how we're supposed to be. You're supposed to be long suffering. Right here, all commandments. Be faithful, Sirach 22 and 23, right? Be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty. Be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty, that thou mayest rejoice in his prosperity. Abide steadfast unto him in the time of his trouble, that thou mayest be heir with him in his heritage. So that's showing you this ain't just dealing with people around you on a small level. It's actually dealing with Yahweh Shemiah Shah, man. He's the neighbor. He's the one that's, you want to, that's in his poverty, if you will, right now. Like, the truth ain't popular, if you will, right now. But if you with him through all this, you're going to rejoice when it is. You're going to benefit when it is. Abide steadfast unto him, and you want to understand why. You don't want to just do it because I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for it to come up. You might come up, so I'm gonna stay around till you come up. Niggas be like that too. It says abide steadfast unto him in the time of his trouble. See, this is a duty you swore to yourself. You swore you was gonna be real. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to Yahweh Shemiah Shah, which is owing it to yourself ultimately. This is for you, man. It says that thou mayest be heir with him in his heritage. We don't move all willy-nilly and all loose. We ain't like that. It says, for a mean estate is not always to be contemned. See, for a mean estate is not always to be contemned. Something wrong with, with Yahweh Shemiah Shah. Something wrong, with the brother, with your husband, with your wife. It just might just be, a season. You know what I'm saying? And that's when people, able to stick with you thick and thin, and that, and they actually got those battle wounds. The scripture says faithful is the wounds of a friend. So a motherfucker that's hurt upon you, that's all types of fucked up, got fucked up because of you, and they still with you. that's proof that they, are willing to go through whatever to still be with you. You see? It says, nor the rich that is foolish to, nor the rich, I gotta get that one real quick. Scripture tell you faithful, and I ain't even trying to make this lesson this long, man, but it is what it is. The Spirit hopped on me, so I thank the Lord for allowing me, man. This is Proverbs 27:6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceit, right? And then that's twofold, because Yahweh Bosh me on shot, get on your ass, man. Motherfucker, he that Chad hated, he hated his son that spirit to ride. Jake, becomes enemies because they tell you the truth. Boss, get on your ass, man. Like, don't be long suffering, but don't suffer sin at the same time. And that'll wound you. So I says, let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness. So, someone that love you about beat your ass because they love you. You see what I'm saying? It says, faithful are the wounds of a friend, and they'll take beatings, if you will, for you. Literally, whether it be spiritually or physically, physically or spiritually, but this obviously more so is an analogy. But it says, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. See, an enemy only gonna give you kisses. Ain't gonna give you what's real. You know what I'm saying? Period. It's all shallow bullshit. And then eventually expose themselves. But anyway, man. Or get exposed. So yeah, man. So for a mean estate is not always to be contemned, back in Sirach 22 and 23, nor the rich that is foolish to be had in admiration. So somebody, doing the right things, but they ain't right, or, giving things as of rightness, but they ain't right. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that, bro. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. That should pretty much be the point. I'm going to kick it. I'm going to end it in 2 Thessalonians 1. So this is Sirach 33, and I'm going to jump to 3. A man of understanding trusted in the law, and the law is faithful unto him as an oracle. See, a man of understanding trusted in the law. See, you trust in this doctrine, man. You trust this the way to be. And that's going to prove you have understanding, because only by this are you not going to be taken. Only someone who's not foolish is going to not want to be fickle and, want to, prove things and actually, get understanding, not be hasty to give credit, so forth and so on, which is what the law we're commanded to be as, this law, the book of the law, this whole book, as you heard with all these precepts, man. And the law is faithful unto him as an oracle. See? He got your back. He got your best interest. And you supposed to have your best interest, because that's your duty. Oh, yeah, I had this too, because this is Deuteronomy 30, 23, and 21. When thou shalt vow a vow unto Yahweh, thy God, Bashmi al-Shah, thy God, thou shalt not slack to pay it. For Yahweh, thy God, will surely require it of thee, and it will be sin in thee. See that? But if thou shalt forbear to vow, it shall be no sin in thee. So once you done made a vow that you know is gonna have your best interest, you're gonna be about the best interest. You gotta do it. You gotta be sure that you can't be fickle. You can't be taken off of that. It's about your best interest. You can't let somebody get up on you, take you out of these principles and things like that. You can't be like that, man. Just because you gotta dutifully. You are commanded to be steadfast. I'm all about me. I got me. All this madness. this is just a side one. It says Ecclesiastes 5:4, when thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasures in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better it is that thou shouldst not vow, than thou shouldest vow and not pay. See? So now I can go ahead and end this. It's pretty much the point. What's that? 2 Timothy 1:7. And we come back here.
Steadfast.
You owe it. That's a vow. Steadfast, resolutely, or dutifully firm, unwavering. What is the synonyms? Satan. It says loyal, faithful, committed, devoted, dedicated, dependable, reliable, steady, true, constant, staunch. See that? Firm, trusty, firm, stout, relentless, single-minded, unchanging, unwavering, unhesitating, unswerving, unyielding, unflinching, uncompromising. The complete opposite is disloyal, irresolute. All right? So when you deal with the word steadfast, if you break it down, you get stead. Stead means stand, to stand, and fast meaning to firm. You see, so standing firm. Standing on it, man. All right? So this is what the Lord pushes. This 2 Timothy 1:7. It says, for God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Yep. So that's basically it, man. So this word if you a byproduct of this word, you won't find yourself not being faithful, not believing, not doubting. The Lord hates all that, man. Not bringing forth, not being effective, impactful. You see what I'm saying? Because that deals with power. Not truly being of substance and rich. Truly. Love. Love is unconditional. Being about this and of a sound mind, and not just easy swayed, unsteadfast, and unsure, uncertain, because all that is found within the moment you move, you don't be steadfast. There's nothing more, because hence not be sound, because that's nothing. You're not firm, because that is nothing more than you being what? Uncertain, doubting. You see what I'm saying? And it could be due to times when you're not even times. It could be due to you truly not having that love. True love is just it's what it's supposed to be. It's not no conditions on it. Okay. You're not all over the place, because when you go into this word sound, end it here.
Strong's G 4995. Sophronismas.
It says admonishing or calling to the soundness of mind, moderation and self-control. If you didn't have control of yourself, that means you're gonna be all over the place. Once can just easily get in your head and things like that. That's off. Restore one to his senses, control, curb, moderate, to hold one to his duty. Temperate, curbing one's desires and impulses. Just give in, give up, get weak, but you don't, because you sound. And that's what this word, hence the spirit, gives us. So it's going to be a part 2. I'm going to end this here. Lord, when you got something out of it, I'm going to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahawah Kakodash. All right. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom.